Round one, fight! Hadouken! 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 You win! Perfect!
What's up, boyos? As you can see from the awesome intro that just went through, we finally perfect a squad. I do apologize about my voice. I am feeling a little under the weather, so if you can't understand what I'm saying, no more than usual, that's why. So we're going to go with our normal format here. 3 attacks from my clanmates, 2 by me, and maybe something special at the end. Let's roll on to Mike here. So here Mike goes. It looks like he's going to drop a couple archers at the north end of the base, you know, just to do some cleanup up there. He's going to drop an Electro Dragon, which what's cool about the Electro Dragon is its attack actually hits more than one base. It kind of bounces off of things, as you can see down there. And then what's cool is, I don't know if I've ever talked about the Baby Dragon. When the Baby Dragon is by itself like it is now, it flashes. That means it's getting more damage because there's no other flying attackers with it. So right now it's giving out more damage with its spit of fire that's coming out. So it's always smart to have them by themselves like that. So it looks like he dropped a golem down, and the golem is taking on the Barb King right now. You know, usual stuff here. Then we got the bowlers going in, and then we got giants. So I'm assuming that the Inferno towers up top are multiple, because usually if they're multiple, you want to drop a lot of giants like that. All in all, the attack's going great. This is what you would call a rush Town Hall 12, I believe. Not 100% sure on that. I believe it's a Town Hall 12. As you can see by the walls, that's what I mean by rushed. You want the walls to be a lot more stronger, so his guys are going through the base a lot more quicker. All in all, this attack's going really well. He should 3-star it, which you know he does because he's in this video right here, but all in all, it was a good attack. Mike did his job on this one. I believe this was their base 3. At this point in the war, we pretty much had it won. So I'll let this finish on out, and then we'll get over to my first attack, which will come up here in about 30 seconds. Now moving on over to my first attack in the war. It was on their base 7. So you know what I did. I did my basic witch slap. I started in the north with 4 witches. I started down over in the east with 4 witches. I was supposed to put 2 healers behind that one over there on the east, but only one ended up there, which in the long run it didn't end up hurting me, but it could have. In wars, you got to make sure you're doing stuff to the T, or it can screw up your entire attack. You know, I got my wall going. As you can see, if you look straight down my army, I have a wall, so there's nobody hella far in front. There's not an army way in the back. It's kind of a wall of troops going across. So I just got done using a freeze spell to slow down that Inferno tower. My guys are taking out that dragon that's causing all the problems up there up top, but you know, we'll get that taken care of. I used my last rage spell right down the middle to take out the rest of the base. I dropped my jump spell so my guys can get over and clean up the rest of the base. All in all, this was a decent Town Hall 10 base. The walls could go up one more level, but I mean, for what it was, this was a decent base. It did have 1 Inferno tower, so it's not completely maxed out besides the walls. Still got to work on a few of his defenses, but all in all, I went through this base pretty easily. I wasn't really worried about this base. So we're going to watch the end of this one, and then we're going to roll on next to the next one, you guys. Alright, we're moving on to GODLLL. So the only reason why he had to attack this base, which I know doesn't look very difficult, but how the base is set up, you can get funneled and take your troops out on the side. But the only reason why he had to attack this base was because I messed up. You will see it in the next video. I completely screwed up my attack on this, but besides that, God took care of it. He took care of this base pretty easily. I was a little upset at my attack, which you'll see very soon, and I probably won't talk very much on that one because I was pretty upset about it. Besides that, God took care of this one easily. He ran through it. He is a town hall higher than this one, so his troops were a little stronger than mine on this one, but this base was a little tricky with how it was set up. I actually looked at the setup, and I'm looking at ways I can actually take it and tweak it. So we'll check out the rest of this attack, which, I mean, he's pretty much through the base already. He's already at 57%, 60. So he pretty much ran through this base easily. Much props to him because I couldn't 3-star it, which I know we had at least 2 other people in our clan attack it, I believe. So good props to God. Way to take it out, man. And then we'll roll over into my attack on this base, which was horrible. So here we go. My horrible attack on base 6, which you just seen GODs take out. I start with my normal witch slap. His dragon comes out and pretty much murders my witches a little bit. I think what went wrong with my attack here is you can see my healers following my bowlers, which they shouldn't have. They should just stay down with my witches so they didn't die so quick. Just all in all, the attack just started off horribly. It didn't go my way. I didn't know the base had bombs and stuff on the outside, which took out my skeletons that are supposed to tank for my witches. Going up the middle, my wrecker machine didn't bust over 2 walls. Usually it gets to 3. I had to use a jump spell early, which I was supposed to save for the back. All in all, it was just a horrible attack. Definitely, if you're in my clan, you should watch how bad it was. I'm not too happy about it, as you can hear in my voice. I don't know, I do sound under the weather, so I probably sound mad more often than I usually am. But all in all, I mean, I did horrible on this base. I'm just gonna let it ride on out. Okay, I lied. So right here, I knew I got to go for higher percentage just in case we couldn't 3-star this base. So I tried to get higher percentage, but it just didn't work out. As you can see, I think I only got 80%. Oh man, I'm so mad about this attack, you guys. So we're just gonna roll on to the final attack here coming up. But I was very angry about this. I kind of want to stop watching this.
Make the beat slap.
Surprise, surprise. Not really. Blazing Gemini again, like always. Number 1, going against their number 1. What's hilarious about this is Blazing Gemini, before he went in, he goes, hey, look, he has the same base as I do. Both these guys have the same exact base. So it's pretty funny when you have to attack your own base. It's actually kind of fun. So he pretty much knew all the weaknesses. As you can see, he dropped his version, I guess you want to say, of a witch slap. Pretty much rolls through this base pretty good. He knew what to do in this one, especially since it is his base too. I attack his base a lot in our little chat. You can put up your bases, and the best I've ever got on his base was 48%. So just shows you the difference in the troop level and how many troops you have and how strong they are. It really does play a big difference. Like, that Eagle Tower is really not hurting his defense that much. Any lower clan mates, that Eagle Tower just wipes our guys out. He's just kind of bowling through it with his bowlers. No pun intended on that one. Anyways, this is pretty much the last attack in the war. If he 3-starred it, we pretty much knew we were going to get a perfect, which you noticed in the beginning we did. So all in all, great attack by Blazin, like always. He usually does his stuff when he goes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video with my awesome voice for this sickness that I have or whatever's going on with me right now. All in all, we did good in this war. I'm happy with the outcome. We have Clan League wars coming up, so I don't know if I'm going to kill myself with doing 2 videos again like last time, but we'll see what happens. And yes, Breaker, the videos are coming out. It's just I wasn't feeling that well, so stop giving me shit in the forums. All in all, nice war, guys. Perfect, like we always want to get. Until the next time, you guys, box out. So, recently I found out there's a few people that really enjoy watching defensive stops. So, just for a bonus footage, I threw one in here because this was the only one that we had that stuck with only getting 1 star. It wasn't really that big of a deal because we would have still won because they only got 1, or well, no wait, they got 2 stars on Blazing Gemini. We would have still won this war 30-29, but hey, you know, a 1 star only giving up an award is a pretty big deal. So for you fans that enjoy defensive stops, please enjoy. Also, I would like to point out this was the first time I actually had Inferno Towers on my base, which I am 2 Inferno Tower levels away from being a complete Town Hall 10. So for you defensive people, please enjoy the bonus footage. Creamster. And like always, you guys, remember, clucking is a mindset.